So as anticipated, Bitcoin is retracing, as this DXY at the top is retracing from this target just there that we've had since way back there when we began to break down on the third point of contact to this big broadening ascending wedge. Like I said to you, always look for 3 points of contact to validate a pattern. Resistance, 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 support, support, support. And I think at that time, DXY has been a technical breakdown target to retrace where it formed the wedge just there. And that's exactly where we bounced almost 3 weeks ago now, wasn't it? Look at that. We met the technical target and we've been retracing on DXY. And if you look at the inverse correlation for Bitcoin, we ran into this resistance, which was this high, and then we've been retracing as well. So the bullish scenario is just here. That on Bitcoin, what we've done, we've got a 1, 2, 3, and we're going for a way for correction right now. That's retracing into the EMAS for support and then pop and break. Now, this break, if we get it, it's a big if as well. If we get it and we take out that high for me, I'm going to confirm the bottom for you. I can't confirm the bottom until I see this high taken out and the weekly 55 EMA taken out as resistance and turn support. So the inverse correlation that we need to see as well, and I keep reminding you every week, is the fact that we need to see this run into the MAS and then drop. And I think that one of the most bullish things we can see in the crypto markets right now is this turn into resistance, drop, and lose that low that it put in 3 weeks ago. So if this is the case, if you see the DXY doing this and drop in for me, you've got an amazing time in crypto. And this is something I've been anticipating for a while now. Okay, it's a breakdown in DXY. But anyway, the inverse correlation to that and something that's really bearish for Bitcoin and crypto, and again, would be this break above easy amaze. If we start to see this taken at the amaze, it means it's going to begin a bigger retracement up to the high from where it came from breakdown last year. If this thing comes up and takes it out, that's super, super bearish for crypto. But if it comes up in a lower high and drops again this high here, this retracement that will come up and drop into a larger ABC would be a fantastic point for crypto. Okay, so again, it's on a knife edge. I can't confirm what it's going to do, but if this breaks out, this is going to break down. And at this point, we need to see this roll again before we start to come back up for Bitcoin. Okay, so it's on a knife edge. I wish I could tell you 100% what it's going to do, but I can't. No one's got the ability to do that. Okay, no one's got a crystal ball. No one can tell you. With 100% bottom confirmation here, we could all jump up and down and say that that's a bottom, but it's the same thing here. It was the same last year. We're putting all the data points and we're putting all the signals, but we want to see the confirmation by coming up, rounding out, taking out the previous site and getting back above for 55. But as Bitcoin, we're doing it just there. And this potential Adam and E bottom that I was looking at, where we got the two beautiful closes above the weekly 20 MA, we was beginning to say we're on our way. But at this point here, this is where the DSY broke down, confirmed the breakdown. But at this point here, for Bitcoin, especially not many altcoins, but for Bitcoin, we got the big candle, the big dump, which in my opinion, going forward, and it's a big, if we get this impulsive move and we take out that high, I will regard this as a black swan. And the reason is because the DSY broke down as anticipated at that point, just as it was beginning to carve out the bottom. And I think that what we've got here is a black swan, just like March 2020, which has been swiftly recovered, just like 2020 March. Okay. And this means that this is extremely powerful coming off the bottom, but I want to see the break of that resistance and the close above the weekly 55 EMA so I can confirm the bottom basically and confirm for me that that was the black swan. And this was your true data-driven bottom for Bitcoin. Because obviously I rely on data and I think that was the data-driven bottom and that was a black swan. This is why we're seeing such a swift recovery back up to where we should be, okay, testing key resistance. And you can see that this here where we open and closed, boom, this has been the resistance. So once we take this out, once we see a close above that on the weekly, we'll be up testing the 55. And I think we're confirming the bottom of that point. There'll be no stop in Bitcoin, okay? And crypto, because with that, we're going to see this breakdown. And again, I could be completely wrong. It might not do this. This is why I'm waiting for it to do it. And then before can jump up and down until you did the bottoms in. So I hope you enjoyed that little swift little update. Like I said to you, just keep an eye on the day. That's why I keep an eye on Bitcoin. Look at it zoomed out and you'll get more of a macro view and what we're doing in the short time frames. Okay, I did take profit on that little long yesterday as a W double bottom pattern. It met the technical target it is now coming back potentially double bottom in. I do think we're going to go lower, to be honest with you. I think we're looking at daily 55 EMA retest because of something I'm seeing on some of the altcoins. And this is what I've been conveying to you. I think we're looking, if we take a quick look at Bitcoin on the daily, we're looking at 55 EMA retest. For me, minimal target 20854. If we start to close below that, I think that's bearish. And we'll see the DXY absolutely explode and get back above its EMAs. We're looking at a bigger retracement on Bitcoin at that point. So hoping that little update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, take care. Bye.